Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to the Smart Casino Poker blog. I'm going to quickly go over a hand of Texas Hold'em poker here for you, simulating 3 people, and I'm going to go over the finer points in the blog below this video. I've distributed chips. Everybody gets a starting fund amount. The chips, blue one's worth 1 unit, red one's worth 2 units, and the white one's worth 4 units. After each player's received their chip amount, a dealer must be determined, and normally there'll be a dealer button that the dealer will get. The dealer, each hand moves clockwise. We'll start as the dealer. After the dealer's been determined, the person to the left of the dealer is the small blind and has to put forward the small blind, 1 unit. The person to the left of the small blind is known as the big blind and has to put the full bet amount of 2 units in, which is the minimum that the hands currently cost. Then the dealer can deal out the cards, starting with the small blind. Each person gets 1 card and then another. So 2 total for each person to start. Then the action goes to the person to the left of the big blind, which is me, and I have the choice to call the blind. I can fold my hand and not pay anything for this hand, or I can raise over the top of the big blind. So I will call. Then small blind has the choice to also fold and lose their blind, or they can come up with the other unit and just call, or they could raise over the top. Then he calls. It's big blind. He can check and see ending pre-flop and starting the flop to check the flop. Or he could raise, in which case it would go around again, and each person would either call, fold, or they could come over top of his raise. If he wanted to raise, it would have to be at least twice the small blind. So he'd have to put in 2 more units. You can't just put in 1 more unit. He checks. We'll call this a happy family because everybody made it in to see the flop. So it's a happy family. For the flop, the dealer will burn. 1 card is discarded, and then 3 are turned face up. And then the person to the left of the dealer starts. Checks their cards, determines whether they want to check it on to the next person, put money in to bet, or they could fold. If you can check, that's what you should do. Do not fold when you can check. So he checks onto this person. This person checks. I will also check. And that ends the flop and begins the turn. The dealer then will burn another card, discarding it, and deal out 1 face-up card, which is the turn. And the sequence continues again with the player to the left, now having the action to either fold, check, or bet. So he will go ahead and bet. The minimum of 2 units. The next person has the option to fold their hand, or they can call, or they can raise over the top of this. But it must be at least twice what was put in before. So go ahead and do that and raise it up to 4 units, raising by 2 more units. Now the dealer has the same options, and if he wants to raise, it has to be twice the 2 that was previously bet. So he'll go ahead and do that and raise it up to 6 units. Now it comes back to the original bettor, who can bring his bet up to the equivalent of what the bet's at, or raise or fold. He will fold, losing all chips in play for him and his cards go into discard. Moving to the next player, we'll call, and that ends the round of betting. And then the dealer is free to move to the next round, in which he will discard another card and flip out the last card, the river card. This player has dropped from the game. Actions on this player. This player can either bet, fold, check. He checks. He'll check it to me. I can do the same. I will check. And then we're in showdown. The showdown is where the players actually flip their cards and show everybody what they have. And then the best 5-card hand that you can make from your 2 cards and the community cards, or just from the community cards. You don't have to use any of these 2 cards. You could use one or both. And then once that's determined, the winner gets the chips. In this case, he got 1 pair of 6s. He's got 2 pairs, 6s and 7s with a jack high. I have 1 pair with ace, queen, jack is my high card. 6 and 5 are useless to me. He wins. He gets all the chips. And the dealer button moves to the next player. And it all starts over again. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for tuning in.